Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to the channel. Today is going to be a stitch tutorial and it's knitting. So you will need some bulky weight yarn and needles to match. Now I'm using a bulky 5 for this project as well as what I'm going to show you. This is called the Honeycomb Brioche, and you can see how it looks like a honeycomb. Now this is only one side. You have a right side and a wrong side. The wrong side looks just like purl stitches, but the front side has this amazing pattern. And it's so thick and squishy. It would be awesome as a baby blanket. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. You need to cast on in multiples of 2. So for that, I cast on a total of 24 stitches. And that gives me 1 border stitch on each side. Now for today's tutorial, I have a cast on of 12 stitches. And I'm using a different yarn. That green is actually Premier Deborah Norville. And this is just something I had sitting on the shelf that is a no-name. All right, so once you've cast on in multiples of 2 with 1 border stitch on each side, we will get started. It does require a 2-row setup. The first row is a knit all stitches row. Super simple, super easy. We're just going to knit every single stitch. Row 2, we're going to knit the first stitch and the last stitch. All stitches in between will be purled. So knit the first stitch and purl till 1 stitch remains and knit that last stitch. All right, once you have your setup rows, we will begin our 4-row repeat. For row 1, we're going to knit our border stitch and then begin our pattern stitches. So knit your border stitch. Your pattern stitch repeat is knit 1, and then we're going to knit 1 below. So not the stitch that's on your needle, but we're going to go into that V below it and knit that stitch, dropping it off, and it appears to have 2 purl bumps. There's 1 and there's 2. All right, let's repeat. Knit 1, knit 1 below. Knit 1, knit 1 below. Knit 1, knit 1 below, knit 1, knit 1 below, and then your last stitch you will knit. I'm knitting through the back loop on the last stitch to keep from having these big loops on the side of my work. All right, row 2 repeat will be as followed. We're going to knit our first stitch. And now we're going to begin. You're knitting this purl bump and the stitch together. You have this one and this one. And you want to pop that stitch up and go into it, that top purl bump, and the stitch on your needle. And you're going to knit those 2 together. And then knit 1. Now, by the 4th row, it's easier to locate these stitches. So here we go. We're going to find that top purl bump and lift it up. You will notice it has the longer leg. find the right one here. So it has the longer leg. And you can actually put it on your needle. Let me get my tails out of the way here. You can actually put it on your needle like such and knit the two together, if that helps you. And then knit one. Again, we're going to look for the longer purl bump. Find it. There we go. And we're going to knit it and the stitch together. I'm trying to look through the camera to do this. Here we go. Do that. And then knit one. Find that longer purl bump, lift it up, and knit. Knit one. Once again, find that longer one and knit your next stitch, and then knit your last stitch. Now for row 3, you're going to knit your first stitch. And now we're going to reverse from what we did on row 1. Now we start with a knit one below. And then knit one. And how I can usually tell real easy which row I'm on at this point is because your knit one below only has one loop. One purl bump right here. And your knit stitch has 2. So you see there's a burgundy and a white purl bump. So knit one below. And then knit one. Knit one below. And knit one. Going to continue this to our last stitch where we knit our last stitch. All right, row 4 is similar to row 2, just the pattern stitch repeat is swapped around. So we're going to knit our first stitch, our border stitch, and we're going to knit our next stitch, which you can see here that our next stitch has one purl bump and the stitch after has 2. There's that white purl bump and that burgundy purl bump. All right, so we're going to knit the next stitch, and then we're going to work that, picking up that top purl bump and the stitch and knit them together. Then we're going to knit the next one. And here we go again. We're going to pick up that top purl bump and get the right one, the top purl bump and the stitch, and knit them together. Knit your next stitch, again, your purl bump, your stitch, and knit them together. Knit that top purl bump and and knit together. It gets easier as you go in the pattern. It is much easier to locate that longer strand, because that's what you're looking for, is that longer strand. All right. It's not as easy to see with this little tiny piece. It does take several repeats to start seeing the effect of the pattern. So I would definitely recommend doing the 4 rows of repeating rows at least 2 or 3 times, just so that way you can get a good feel for the stitch and a good look at it, and you can actually see this honeycomb effect that it has. All right, everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you need any further help with this, I would be happy to assist in any way that I can. From me to you, be blessed, be a blessing, and until next time, bye for now.